Hey, all. How you doing?
Hey Nick, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good
How
to
are
see
you,
you
sir?
too.
Grab a seat.
Thank you very much. So, Nick, who are you? What do you do and where are you heading?
Oh, wow. That's a set of questions right off the bat, isn't it? So Nick Thompson, I've just joined Access. Well, actually joined back in September. They're taking over the mantle from Bernie and Eloise, looking after Vincere for Access.
Okay, that's nice. Well, before we dive into all things Vinny and Access, are you open to a quick fire round of questions?
I'm always open to quick fire questions.
Okay. So, favorite podcast?
Oh, goodness. Well, personal one. A friend of mine's got one, Sketchplanations by Bellboy Productions. Brilliant. I think recruitment-wise, there's probably three really belters. One, but Gary's Goldsmith's Pints of Views, brilliant. Sean's RAG podcast is excellent, and then Hisham's also doing a brilliant one, which I've been started listening to on Recruitment Mentors. Outstanding.
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm Scottish, so it's neither, actually. It'd be Iron Brew all day, every day.
I've heard you have a background in the world of recruitment, so tell us a bit about that.
Well, I mean, I guess it probably points more so to the pharmacy background, yeah, because when I came out of university, I worked as a contractor for a bunch of different agencies. And then ultimately fell into business with my old man, and we built a software business that did scheduling for temps and contractors, feeding into payroll and invoicing. So you could say my actual foundations of getting into business was all around about the recruitment industry and building tech for recruitment businesses.
Okay, so I know you're going to the Vincere office today, so before we get into the craziest rumours that you've heard, maybe we can make our way over
There's
there.
been a few of those, but yeah, absolutely. Let's head that way now. You all right if we stop for a second?
Yeah, no worries at all.
Cool. Carrying all this stuff in my hand, nightmare.
So I guess while we're here, quick question.
Yeah.
You mentioned obviously crazy rumours. What is the craziest rumour that you've heard so far?
Craziest rumour? I reckon probably the craziest one we've had so far is that Access bought Vincere to kill it off. Crazy, ridiculous. Access bought Vincere fundamentally for the reasons we were just saying, like they're making such a huge impact on the market. We've bought to invest heavily in it. It's right at the center of the cloud strategy for businesses that want this Rec OS, and we're integrating all of our technology into the platform and investing to put services around about it. So it's a crazy rumor made by competitors that just doesn't match reality. So we're investing heavily, more firepower in the team, helping them accelerate globally. It doesn't even bear thinking about that we would be trying to kill it off.
Well, I think what's amazing is that obviously besides Eloise and Bernie, the original team is still there. Like, why do you think that is? Like, how do you think that's had a massive impact on the success of what you guys are doing so far?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been doing acquisitions for nearly 20 odd years, and the reality of that is that when you do acquisitions, the founding team members do often leave. I think the reality in this case, though, when you look at Mark and Christy and Ginny and Andy, Lloyd, the team, they're all still there because they really believe in this mission, same as us, about helping recruitment businesses win and developing out the Rec OS. So I think it's the passion for the industry and the desire that keeps us all together and trying to deliver on that mission for the industry.
Nice. And obviously you mentioned about delivery. Like, some have said that the support has gone downhill since the acquisition. Like, why do you think that actually is?
Ultimately, with acquisitions, there's always mistakes that get made. We're trying to make the support more scalable, make it work 24/7 across the globe, across all the territories that we're serving. So we made some changes that degraded the quality of the support, but we've listened and we've made changes to bring back the intercom support inside the product. But not only that, we've made even more investments to build more services out because we heard from customers that they wanted greater support from Vincere, and so that's what we've been doing, investing to build out a whole raft of new services that they can take on top of Vincere. So yes, we make mistakes, but we do listen. And if you look at our G2 and our trust radius and our Trustpilot scores, you can see that ultimately the clients still love the Vincere platform, and where the users are getting what they want from it. So we just got to keep on going. We'll make mistakes. We'll probably make more mistakes in the future, but we will listen and make changes.
You mentioned Rec OS. Like, what do you mean by that?
Look, for us, the Rec OS is a shorthand. It's a shorthand for saying there's, to deliver a complete system for a recruitment business so that the management team gets the important management information they need, and the recruiters get the tools that work for them efficiently, and they don't end up with a whole lot of workarounds and off-system actions. That's what we mean by Rec OS, fully integrated, deep links with the marketplace, making sure that we can provide a complete solution front to back. We just see too many systems that are fragmented, Frankenstacks. We coined that phrase with Vincere a couple of years back, but I think it's continued. Marketplaces with lots of different integrations that are really loose, and still recruitment businesses, despite buying many systems, still don't get the information that they need. We're going to head over just over this way here. So it's how do we how do we give them that capability? How do we make sure that in a single system, on a single subscription, you get all the core pieces you need deeply integrated without all the manual workarounds, and then benefit from the marketplace partners around the outside. So that's our mission shorthand, delivering the Rec OS. We believe that Rec OS is what's going to help recruitment businesses win. One second.
Why are we stopping again?
Shoelaces. Don't want me falling on my face, do you, on camera?
Okay, well, while we pause for a few seconds,
Yeah.
What is your favorite feature on Vincere?
Well, I mean, look, Vincere serves permanent use cases and temporary use cases, so broad, but probably my favorite, and the one that seems to stand out the most, is the live list, the ability to create your short list of candidates, supply that over to the customer all in one, rather than chasing different emails around looking for different CVs that have been sent. But I think by far that's the one customers love the most. I think the chevrons and the ability to track to flow, I think the scheduler has come on massively. I mean, for managing temps, it's got all the features of probably about a year and a half ago. It didn't have a bunch of the features that temp businesses were demanding, but we've listened and fed those in. So probably those two things, the live list and the scheduler, that's moved on leaps and bounds. And that's before you even get into the integrations and the depth of what we've integrated between the Fast Track Pay and Bill engine and Vincere, and the depth of the integration we built between Volcanic and the website and Vincere. So, I mean, they're probably the three big highlights for me.
Okay, nice. So this obviously, all of these features sound absolutely incredible, really beneficial for anybody who uses them. But
Yeah.
I think the million-dollar question for anybody hearing about all these amazing features is obviously going to be the cost. Would you say Vincere is cheap or expensive?
We've been very deliberate on the price. I mean, we're not the cheapest and we're not the most expensive. So, I mean, ultimately, we know the platform adds a lot of value, but we have to be careful that as the platform gets bigger and more features, it can get harder to use. So we've got to invest more in helping customers use and train on the platform. But I would say we try and deliberately look to be in the middle of the price bands. I think one of the things that we also try and do is make sure that we can do implementations, and we'll be announcing some changes to how we do implementations going forward. But we want to try and bake that into the on costs so that customers don't have to pay to move to switch over from competitive platforms, and they just get on with paying for a license. So our license prices might be slightly higher, but ultimately our objective is to make it easy for firms to switch and experience Vincere and the ongoing benefit of the Rec OS and the wider Rec OS.
Nice, thanks. I think that was well answered. Nice.
So we've got this customer event we've got to get to. We better
Yes.
keep moving if you're good for that.
So this sounds really exciting. So
Yeah.
like, what advice would you give to a firm looking to change their CRM?
I have to say, I mean, like, to my mind, if changing a CRM for a recruitment business is obviously it's the heart of how the business operates, and managing clients, prospecting, then managing the placements. Ultimately, to my mind, the big focus has to be on the change management, making sure that you're planning out how you're going to change, what's going to happen, and how you're going to get your users up to speed. Data migration, make sure that's planned properly. But what I have seen, and probably I can compare different industries from one to the other, I'd say that I've seen that typically it's where the most time and money should be invested is in preparing for the change and making sure that you're adjusting your processes to suit the system, and that you're bringing the efficiencies that you want from that CRM change. Because changing your CRM will drive significant performance into your business. Do it right, and you're going to take 3 or 4% off your operating cost. You're probably going to drive £2 to £3 for every pound you invest in that CRM back into your top line and into your net fee income. So it's something that should be planned properly, shouldn't be done on the cheap, and you prepare for it properly. So we can help with all that, and certainly if anybody thinking of changing their system, I'd recommend that that's where you spend your energy about how are you going to make the change, what benefits are you looking to try and get from it, and then track to those benefits.
What would you say the 3 actionable steps are to implementing a new CRM?
Well, look, I think for me, number one, the thing I like most whenever we're interacting with clients first is clearly plan out what it is you're trying to achieve from your CRM switch. Clearly there'll be pains that you're facing today. We want to make sure that we address those pains as part of any project. So number one, making sure you're really clear on that, because then that can set all the objectives and the timeline for your project. I think the other thing probably is plan the window. Make sure that you can do it when the team have the time and the capacity to pick up the learnings that you're going to take with a new system, and our team will be there to support all the way. And then I think probably third and most importantly, look, if there's more information and more detail that do your research, work out exactly where you want to be in your 3-4 years time. That will help make sure you make the right choice and choose a platform not off a knee jerk, but is properly going to help you achieve what you're trying to do with your recruitment business. So I'm just going to grab a glass of water if that's all right.
Yeah, no worries.
Carry on with the questions.
There's only 2 more questions. So these, obviously everything you've said sounds amazing. Would you say there's any deals that you can offer? Anybody watching this video?
I'm Scottish, so there's always a deal to be done.
Is there any specifics around the deals?
No, I mean, look, just get in touch. I mean, our teams, the account management team, or whether it's the new business teams, we're always up for a deal. Always up for trying to get the best commercials on the table possible. So look, just get in touch with us. Message me directly. We can make sure we get you sorted out.
Love the transparency. Well, final question. You said that you had worked in AI.
Yeah.
See, AI seems to be everywhere at this moment of time. What are your thoughts on AI specifically within recruitment?
Yeah, I mean, 4 years in AI, you learn a lot about the fact that people claim to be doing a lot of things with AI and aren't in reality. I mean, to me, AI is no different to any other coding language. It's a means to an end. It's not the be-all and end-all itself. So really, truly, to make the most of AI, it's about making you more productive. It's not about taking recruiter jobs. And I always recommend anybody that's looking and approaching an AI project, and we'll be doing a session at the Rec Expo coming up in October on this. We'll have a few customers on stage talk about it too. You've just got to focus on what problem, go back to what I said a second ago with the 3 things and planning out what you want to achieve. Start with what the problem is, where your recruiters are inefficient, and then go and find the right tooling to make them more efficient and to deal with the pains they face. If that's got AI in it, great. If it doesn't have AI in it and it's just straightforward traditional software, then that does the job. There's too much focus on AI for AI's sake rather than what's the process, what's the problem that's slowing your recruiters down, and let's make sure we change that. In terms of where I've seen people using it fantastically well, I mean, again, writing job descriptions for adverts that you want to get out onto the internet, AI and generative AI is fabulous for that. Or looking at how you can automate connects to the right types of prospects who've engaged with certain content. That's another great place where AI can help bring automation. Introducing chatbots that enable people to get answers faster based off core content, that repetitive questions that get asked repeatedly. There's just some examples, but again, always start with the problem first and then work your way forward to finding the right tools. So look, we've got some customers coming in, we're gonna have to dash. But I think maybe our journey ends here, does it?
Well, thanks for your time today. It was great to catch up.
Take care.
Appreciate that.
Take care.
And have an awesome day ahead.
See you soon. Thank you.